Welcome to part 2 of the test positions of knight 4, and we commence with a position from the game between Anand and Bariv with white to play and win. As can be seen here, Anand is like 2 pawns ahead, but he needs to exchange queens, otherwise this position is very difficult to win, because like black will be in a position to use his queen to give checks to the exposed king of white. So the winning idea, the knight 4, comes with queen f6, a beautiful move. This pins the queen of black, and now queen cannot move away. Of course, Anand's own queen is unprotected, but that is like a temporary sacrifice. For example, here if black plays queen into f6, then white can get it back with a knight 4, knight d7 check, and king moves out of check. Not only white gets back the queen, but we can see like he has a pass pawn on h file, which is impossible for black to stop. Let us examine what if like black does not capture. Of course, Bariv resigned in this position instantly, but what if black plays queen into bishop c8 defending the queen? Well, in that case white can just simplify. After queen into e6, bishop into e6, again you can see that it is like this pawn will be unstoppable. So Bariv resigned. Our next position is a wonderful example of how to bring about a knight 4. This is from the game between Krogius and Sergeyevsky with white to play and win. Black had in fact pinned the knight of white on e5. He is not expecting that this knight can move, and also this knight was attacked by the rook on e7, so it was like in fact a double attack. But out of nowhere, white created an unpinning move. He simply played ng5, offering his queen for free, but with the threat of bringing the pieces in relation to knight square distance. So for example, if now black plays queen into f5, white will play knight into e7 and recovering his king. After king moves out of check to h8, white will play knight captures f5. Let us examine all possible continuation variations. This is very important and you should record this variation. So what are the ways for black to minimize the loss? For example, like we can feel okay, we can defend both the queen and the rook by moving the rook out of attack with rook d7. That is not correct. What white will do in this position is he will continue with the same idea, knight e7, and you can say it's a knight 4, and if rook captures, then the defender is no longer there. White will able to like win queen into d5. So the best option for black in this position to minimize the loss is he can like play queen to e6 and give up the exchange. So after knight takes e7, queen into e7, white goes exchange up. Number 8 in this position, again a simple way to bring about a knight 4, but like it also teaches us simplification, how to do simplification. Let us examine position. So we see both sides having a queen, queen each, rook each, and a minor piece each. White can go ahead with knight g5 and it's like a fork. Okay, but best thing is to see that simplification comes about. So instead of first playing knight g5 check, black goes straight away with queen captures e4, wins the rook, and like this forces simplification. He is now a rook ahead, is threatening, has so many threats. He has also gone out of the attack. You see in the start position, bishop was attacking this queen. So if at all, like, white had started with knight g5, black would simply play queen into g5, hoping that, to stay in the game, because he also has an attack with queen. But now with queen, it becomes easy. He has won a rook. So after black says, for example, plays queen into e4, now the knight 4 can come with knight g5 check, and after king gets out of check, he wins back the queen, and as you can see, he is a rook up and leading to an easy win. The position here is a beautiful, it's from the game between Toulouse and Simagin, with black to play and win. And it teaches us how to bring about the pieces at a knight square distance relationship to the knight. So you can see here the knight is attacking the bishop on e2, which is well defended by king, and then knight can attack the queen. But if this defender, the king, is not there, the knight 4 can come about. So this gives the idea of temporary queen sacrifice. I hope you must have solved it perfectly. Queen g1 check, and after king into g1 force king into g1, there comes knight into e2 or knight 4. After king gets out of check with king f2, black recovers the queen. Not only that, he now threatens nd3 check again with the threat of winning the pawn on b2, and this extra material will decides the game in favor of black. Beautiful combination. Now this position here, it is black to play and win, and what do we see? Like white is threatening mate in 1, is threatening here. Queen captures h7 check in support of the rook. Of course, black pawn is not in a position to capture the queen because it is under pin. At the same time, queen is threatening to play queen into g7 in support of bishop. So how can black win from this seemingly bad position? Well, it is not difficult to guess. Black starts with knight f2 check, and it also, is a knight 4 with an attack on rook on h3. After king moves to g1, forced move, knight into h3 comes with a check. So knight, which was pinning the pawn on h7, there is no longer a pin. After g into h3, black is able to come out of all the threats by winning the queen on g6. He also emerges better on the material count. He has now got 2 rooks as compared to a rook and a bishop of white. Black won this game as white resigned. The concluding position from part 2 of knight 4, it's a game between Swiderski and an unknown player, and the unknown player is able to defend Swiderski. We can see like how in this position knight 4 can be brought about by both the knights. So first of all, black started with a preliminary sacrifice. Bishop captures f2 check, and now what does this move do? This forces king or queen. Anyway he captures it. The capture is must because it's a double attack. You can say it's a double attack on the king as well the queen. So let us examine the variation. White can play queen into f2 or king into f2. First we'll examine queen captures f2. Well, in that case, the knight fork is brought about with knight d3 check, and after king gets out of check by moving to say f1, then black is able to go queen up with knight into f2. Let us examine what if he captures the bishop with his king. Well, in that case, the knight 4 can be brought about with the knight on f6. He plays knight captures e4, and again with the same result. After king e1, there comes knight into g3. So well friends, I hope you must have been able to solve all these 6 positions successfully. You must have also been able to examine the variations possible in the given test position. Do come back to all these 6 positions, and I feel you will be able to then solve it more easily because your strength has increased. And when you like solve part 3 of this chapter, which is the next in the series, you will feel that your strength has definitely increased. You have been able to see more variations. So we stop for now, and I'll be back with part 3 of the night 4. Till then, bye for now.